we are here with station heads, and this is our first air of I Birth Legends, and befittingly so, we have Mama Jones. Like, I'm in awe. This is a project I've been working on forever, and to have you kick it off is amazing. For those of you who don't know, Mama Jones is the mother of Jim Jones. He is a rapper, he is a writer, he is a music exec, he's an actor. Should I go on? So
he's like his mother. He is his mother's child.
A lot of times when people look at the celebrity and they look at the legend, they negate to think about that engine and that person who was propelling them forward. And a lot of times it's the moms, you know?
I'm just here now starting my own little show called Cheers to Harlem.
Oh.
It's I love it. You know, it actually looks like me. It fits me. It's all over the place. I'm always all over the place.
Oh,
I wear many hats. You know, it's a really good show. It has to be really good. When my son actually saying, I'm going to support you in whatever it is I got to do, I'm down with you.
So what is it? Is it more of you're going to eateries, you're going to landmarks? Is it an eclectic mix of both? What is it?
Well, actually, we start off at a dinosaur restaurant, and I'm at the bar part, and I feel like this at the bar, everybody talks about everything, sex, how the next door neighbor beat up the child, or BCW came and took this.
Absolutely.
So it's about everything, football, weather. So my thing about it is that this is where I want to interview everybody. That's so I can get all the juicy stuff.
Make it uninhibited.
Yes.
They're going to tell all it.
Yeah. So I do the TMN, the TMZ, the CNN. I do all kinds of, it's everything mixed up all together. The weather, which you know, the weather is my son, and the weatherman. Then I do my interview. I feel everybody's a celebrity. Even the bum on the street, God forgive me, I don't call them the bums. There are some, you know, everybody has a story.
Yeah.
So, and then after that, then I may do a little game, or I might do a bucket list of myself, then go straight into with up and coming rapper, up and coming dancer. I give them the chance and opportunity. I let them take out the show. So, you know, and I the reason why I do that is because a lot of them actually, they pay like big money and stuff like just to be to get a little tiny seconds on the show, and then nothing happens. So my thing about it, you know, at least you didn't have to come out your pocket. Okay, because sometimes they hold on, they save this money for so long, and then nothing happens. But at least on my show, you do get aired, you know, and I direct whoever's seeing you, whether it's Jeff Jam, whoever it is. If they like it, fine. If they don't,
well, we definitely need to see more of you on TV, so that's a plus. But when your son was coming up inside of the game, and he's like, I'm going to be a rapper. First, what were your thoughts when he said that he was going to be a rapper? And then what was your advice to him once you realized this is something?
Well, first when he told me he wanted to be a rapper, I said, first of all, you don't finish goddamn school. So that's number one.
Absolutely.
Number two, I told him you have to make sure you have a backup in case if you don't make it. I need to know that you got a job, a job, and you're helping me out, and, you know, helping yourself.
Absolutely.
And sure enough, he did both at the same time. And I was like, okay. And so now he was able to let go one. And I was like very happy because I did threaten him and Cameron because Cam was supposed to be in college. It's to be told now, mother and father and all y'all. But anyway, he was supposed to be in college. And I told him, I said, if you don't make it, you and my son, I'm going to kill y'all. Yeah. Okay, because you know for a fact that you're supposed to be in college. I got you here at my house. Your mother thinking you in college. You better become somebody big time great. So
what was the first time for you when you knew that he had made it?
When my son came home with that big check. And jumped in the bed and he said, Mama, good. And I looked up, I said, oh, look what we got.
Yes.
And I said, because you know you owe me for the rest of your life, because, you know.
And your life is forever changed after that. But I feel that with the emergence of social media, it's like a blessing and a curse.
Yes.
What did you give? What advice did you give them for social media and how to deal with trolls and how to deal with being in the public eye?
It took a little minute because, you know, he was getting hot-headed and whole 9 yards. And, you know, and I ain't going to lie about it. I was feeling some kind of way. But I told him, I said, listen, they want to be in your shoes.
Absolutely.
So if they stop talking about you, then you know that ain't nothing going right. You ain't no good. As long as they keep talking about you, whether it's good or bad, whether you're being known. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So don't worry about it. Everybody always gonna have something to say, whether they like you or whether they don't. But you know, it's always something to be said. So I told him, I said, just move on. Don't pay no mind. Don't pay attention. That's me. I don't care what you call me, what you say. Boo boo. I'm doing me, and that's all too. And you can do the same thing too. You know, you ain't got to be sitting around talking about somebody. Look what she got. Did you hear what she used to be back in the days? I don't give two shits, boo boo. I'm doing me. Get on the bandwagon and do the same thing.
I agree.
But he did say to me when he was younger, he says, "Mommy, I'm going to be somebody's great, and I'm going to get you a house and I'm going to get you a car." So he lived up to what
Absolutely.
he said. That was like, I don't even want to cry about it, but it's a beautiful feeling that he was able to grow up and actually live to actually do what he said that he was going to do for me.
Oh, with that being said, there are a lot of things that he has accomplished professionally, like so many things.
Yes.
When you think of his list of accomplishments, what do you think of that are the greatest? Would it be professional or personal? Because I see you're a really close-knit family. I see he's a wonderful son to you, father to his child. Like, what do you think his best accomplishment is, professional or personal?
Just alone, actually, to make it out there, and actually his name is that where I can go anywhere and say, excuse me, you don't know what? I'm Jim Jones' mother. Jim Jones is right. Yes, Jim Jones. So, that's something that's beautiful. Now I'm able to kind of hold my own weight because of him. I thank God for him. Well, first of all, I give God thanks, because if it wasn't for him to make it possible for him, it wouldn't have been possible for me.
Yeah, so legends birth legends.
Yes. Came from my poom. Nobody else's. So that's a blessing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love my son so much that it is unbelievable. Like sometimes the daughters and me like, oh, you favoritism. I says, no, he gets the same treatment just like you, no better, no different, no nothing.
Yeah.
It's just that he's the only boy. So, he did a little more, just a little bit more attention. But he did his job. When I told him, go out there and go get your sister, beat up the boyfriend, bring him home, he did what he had to do.
Yes, he should. So if you had to say your recipe for birthing and building this legend, what would it be? It could be anything from, a sprinkle of tolerance, 2 cups of patience. Like, what would your recipe for birthing this legend be?
Respect. Okay. You have to honor, especially the older people.
Yes.
When you're young, you think that you know it all, but my son actually getting out the wisdom of actually where it's actually getting and making it out there is always remember the older people, the OG ones, even though it may get on your nerve, those are the ones that give you knowledge.
Yes. We talked about his path. Now you have your grandchildren coming up. Would you like them to follow inside of his footsteps and being an artist?
as only as business wise. Like I tell them what happened to him and how he made it. That's what God gave to him.
Yes.
So don't think that you're able to do the same thing. God might have a different path for you. Okay, and the path may be different. Like whereas maybe you may be a good business person. Maybe you created maybe a TV and some kind of new TV, but it's something where it's business wise, still like in business, but it might not be that rap business stuff.
So with my son, I would like to know what advice you would have for mothers of budding artists, because with my son is Polo G. He signed with Columbia, Mr. Popped Out himself.
Yes.
And I happen to manage him, and I'm his mother and his manager. But when we were going on our journey, like people would stand there. So my son was on mark to go to several colleges of his choice, and I pride myself on being a mother who holistically nourishes every part of them, and I feed life into my children no matter what it is. If they said that they're going to be astronauts, I'm going to give them their first helmet. Where we going? How we going to do this? You know what I mean? And I fuel them and I feed them with their positivity, and I'm always going to be there.
Even though, that's where I had wanted him to head to go, house to go. But it wasn't really for him. Okay, college was for all his sisters and that actually went to college, the degree, and
that's amazing.
Who helped them through college was him. So maybe that's what God planned, was for him to actually do what you got to do, get that money, so this way you can help your sisters out, and it worked out perfect for me.
So what advice do you have for moms for the budding artists? What would you say to them? Would you say for them to encourage it, or?
Well, I would say encourage it, as long as you got a plan.
Yes.
Okay, it goes along with a plan. That's like when I told him and Cameron and stuff like, I don't care what you do, how you do it. Okay, but you know what? You better come out and do something, and you better have a job waiting in line if it doesn't work.
Do you ever tell him now, be light on the
easy on this. Take it out. I don't like it. It's a little too rough and hard. And I always remind him, remember, you have a son too.
Yeah. And speaking of which, he's a great businessman. What community outreach that does he do? I'm quite sure that he does. What community outreach does he do that most people wouldn't even know about? Because we have an AAU team that we just launched, and I'm quite sure a lot of people don't know about it, because when you do something genuinely, it's not always for the camera. So
Right.
what does he do and efforts that he has inside of his community that you would like people to know about? And maybe
I love when he goes to the school and give
okay.
the kids knowledge, and it messes me up because I love it. So at times when he can't make it, I definitely go step in because like he might be away. You know, all of a sudden he have to really go with this, or that money is just right. Because honestly, my son, he holds us all down. You know, until Mama gets that check my kitchen, because you know I like to have my own. But I
Absolutely.
love what my son did helping out. You know, and that's the support I need right now. He called me the hood grandma, you know, because you know, like he tried to make sure he gives his son that
The
best of the
balance.
life.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
And then he said, but I keep my son balanced. He said, because I make sure he always go to grandma. There's nothing about me that, because I even told him, do not get lost out there being that celebrity.
Yeah.
Okay,
And you know
because
what? And
it's a hurtful thing.
it can happen relatively easily, and we do that balance inside of our home too. You know,
Yeah.
my son recently had my grandson, and it's a feeling to be a grandmother is like a feeling that I would never have. It's like having kids times 10. It's a feeling that, but you can give them back.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
so I mean, we're in Calabasas, you know, and sometimes when you're in that environment and no one telling you no, and the overindulgence, you have to have that balance where we go to Chicago, where we have a home inside of Chicago where they don't sleep in the Hilton or whatever, they sleep in their room. You know what I mean?
Hello.
You have to still do your chores.
Yes.
You have to do those things
Well,
to keep you grounded. You know what I mean?
Nobody gets no break. That, even down to my son. And at that time he was rapping and said, "Don't forget the garbage."
Hello.
Oh. Hey, the groceries outside. Come here.
In my house, better be clean. Come on, get it.
What?
Nothing has changed.
Nothing changed.
I'll need you to close out the show. Tell them who you are. You are Mama Jones, and you birth legends. Come on now.
Yes, I am Mama Jones, and trust me, I did birth a legend.